Hi friends, welcome to Tuttle Up Stamping. My name is Judy Tuttle and I'm here today with day 13 of my 31 days of Facebook Lives. I have been working feverishly on the projects for today. That's why I had to delay it a little bit. I stayed up till 11 o'clock last night working on projects and needed to tweak quite a few things this morning. So thank you for being willing to come on an hour later with me. And hi, Roz, how are you? Nice to have you here. I have some fabulous cards for you today. I hope you love them as much as I do. And I'm just trying to give you a feel for all the things that you can get in Celebration and in the new mini catalog. And hopefully you'll love them. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jackie. Thank you for coming on. Someone said the other day, I hear you saying hello to people, but I don't see them. And it's because YouTube and Facebook are two separate platforms. So I can see both, but you guys can only see only Facebook or only YouTube. So don't think I'm crazy when I'm saying hello to people out there that you can't see that are popping on. All right. So few things to chat with you about. The most important thing is today is the last day, the very last day to register for January's craft along. It'll be on January 27th. We are using this beautiful Everyday Skies suite. You get half a pack of paper, a full roll of ribbon, and a full package of those beautiful shimmery embellishments, and you will make two each of 3 cards and 1 3D item. I am going to give you a sneak peek here at the 3D item that I created. It's a cute box, like this. Isn't that adorable? Know you are loved. I'm going to keep it a secret about what's inside, although I've already told you on another video, but it's full of stuff here. And this is an example of the projects that we do for our craft along. So if you order the craft along, you'll get everything, including what's inside, to put together this box and give to a friend. Isn't it cute, Roz? I love it. I love it. And you'll get a kit to make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs, okay? So today's the last day. I don't want you to miss out on that. I will put the link to that up in my description if you would like to get it. The cost is $45 shipped to your door and includes all that fabulous product and everything to make 6 cards and that 3D item, including the stuff inside. So what a deal, right? That is a great deal. Okay. So the next thing is that my January 25th Super Saturday event is coming up. Next weekend is this coming weekend is the last weekend that you can register. We will have 3 classes with that, and I showed you projects, sneak peeks of those. One is made from the Hearts of Elegance suite. You get a half a pack of that marbled elegance paper. You get a full pack of ribbon. You get the embellishments you need. And you will make 4 cards and a 3D item with that. The other is, let me get rid of that one here, the Wildflower Birthday Suite. This is a wildly popular, great birthday cards. I gave you an idea of that a couple of days ago with the card that I made, and I showed you sneak peeks of those too, if you're interested. And the third class is the With You in Mind. This one includes the stamp set and the product that you need to make 4 cards and 1 jumbo tag. Okay, so that's coming up. I hope that's fun, that you'll take a moment to look over those events that are coming up. If you live in Midland, the cookie and cards class is almost sold out. We have 12 people registered, and the most I can take is 15. It'll be on February 10th at 6:30 p.m. here in my home. My friend Heather, too, is going to help you create 2 beautiful Valentine cookies like the one shown here. She's an expert cookie maker and teacher of cookie designing. So that'll be a fun night. Everybody that comes will get a paper pumpkin kit from January with 9 Valentine cards inside. So that is super fun. And last but not least, I'd love to have you on my team. Right now, if you join for $99, they will throw in this stamp set and 2 packages of markers. That's a $91 value on top of the $125 you can choose for yourself. Or for $99, you can get $155 of product if you don't care for this, but this is the best value for sure. Okay, so I'd love to have you on my team. Reach out to me if you're interested. All right, okay, I'm going to go to my hands here. We're going to talk about today's projects. This is the start of another online class to go. I do online classes to go every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday is always 3 cards. Tuesday is always a fun fold card, although I do have a fun fold card today as well. And Wednesday is always a 3D project of some kind. So I think you're going to love this. We're in the middle of celebration. So every $60 you spend gets you something free out of the celebration catalog. I don't know if I'm using any celebration products because this Storybook Friends Suite starts on page 23. It's very nostalgic. It's a Beatrice Potter feeling suite. And you guys know who I'm talking about, right? Beatrice Potter, about the bunnies and all of that. It's so fun. When I saw this, I loved it. I was wondering how I would create beautiful cards with it. So here's the 2 bundles that come in this suite. We are not using the garden one today. We're only using Storybook Friends today. This beautiful petal pink ribbon, the embellishments, we're going to use those today. The Timeless Plaid 6x6 paper comes in this suite, as well as the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper, and it has ephemera in there as well. The whole suite, you can get both bundles, the ribbon, the embellishments, and both packs of paper for $155. That's the discounted price. So the entire suite is number 164681. Okay. So something you should know about, and here's, look, they devoted a lot of the catalog to this suite. It is precious, very sweet, for lots of reasons. That's that garden suite that we're not using today. But how sweet is that? And here's even another page, look, and even another page here. So they felt like this Storybook Friends collection, Storybook Moments collection, has a lot of possibilities, right? So yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Right, super cute, super cute. So here is the stamp set we're using today, and here are the dies. You get some fun frames. You get dies to cut out all the critters that are here. You get some fun frames, super fun. So we're going to be playing with that today. We're going to use 2 of those frames today. We're going to use several of the bunnies. Here is that Timeless Plaid paper. I showed you this yesterday with my pug birthday card that I made yesterday. Super cute, right? Fun prints. And here is an example of the Storybook Moments Friends DSP. So you get this ephemera. Remember, ephemera is just a fancy French word for printed die cuts. Okay, that's what I call them, printed die cuts. So look, you get some garden ephemera. You get flowers. You get sheep, and I guess that's a wolf, and some different cute little squirrels. You get a fox. You get lots of bunnies. You get some gardening things in there. That's super fun. Now, I will not be able to send you the ephemera for your cards because you only get 2 of each one. So if you would love this class to go, which I would love for you to have, and you put this in your card, you need to have this. You need to have this if you don't have it already. Then you get, that's what I'm trying to say. Then you get 2 sheets of just borders and frames, which are always just an easy way to put cards together. I'm not using those today, but you could, absolutely. We might use them tomorrow. And then look how cute this paper is with these bunnies. So nostalgic, so fun. I love this garden page here. We're going to be using that today. The back sides kind of look like old-fashioned wallpaper on some of them. We're going to be using this one with the strawberries today as well. Hello, Linda. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. This with the houses on the back. We're going to be using some of that today, and then you just get all the vegetables. A page devoted to squirrels and foxes here, so that's super cute. Fun little page there. I like how this little squirrel is carrying that strawberry. A little wagon full of pumpkins, all kinds of fun things on there. And then, like I showed you, the house paper is on the back side of the gardening paper. So lots of fun packed into this suite. So let's get started with the cards I designed for you today. And then tomorrow will be another fun fold, and Wednesday will be a 3D item. Okay, so definitely has that kind of Eastery feel to it. Okay, so here's the embellishments that come in this suite. They are so shimmery and pretty. These are called antique pearls. And then this is the ribbon. So soft, has a little scalloped edge, very dainty. And it's called Petal Pink Scalloped Ribbon is what that, and that's the ribbon that comes in this suite as well. Okay, so let's get started. This is the first card that we're going to make today. Has a little picture frame around one of those houses. We're using that strawberry paper. We've got our little squirrel in this corner, strawberries. Isn't that sweet? Just a sweet, sweet card. So let's put this together here. I started with a boho blue piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I'm going to grab my bone folder here and get a really good crease on that. And then I cut this boho blue strawberry paper into 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. Hi, Imelda. Thanks for joining me. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this suite. Maybe not publicly, maybe privately. So I am going to put some adhesive on the back side of this DSP. And we're going to I'm trying to decide which way is upright. I'm going to just go with that one. And we're going to tilt it a little bit to the right there. Okay. Then I cut a frame out of pecan pie. So this is one of the framed pieces that comes in this bundle. There are 3. There's this one that looks like a picture frame. There's kind of an oval arch frame, I would say, and then an oval frame that looks kind of like an antique mirror almost. Okay, so I have this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, because I discovered something yesterday, that this Nested Essentials rectangle fits perfectly inside that frame. Okay, so instead of trying to cut this to fit inside the frame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Nested Essentials frame. I'm going to put it right there on top of my house, my designer series paper. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That's better. And I'm going to cut that out over here on my die cutting machine. Okay. I'm going to run that through. There we go. And now this is going to get attached right here to the center of my card. I'm going to put it flat. I'm going to kind of get it even left to right and about, I don't know, 1 1/4 from the top. And I am going to adhere that right onto this DSP right here. There we go. And then the frame is going to get popped up right over that. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so I'm going to grab some dimensionals here. Yay, Imelda. See, I must have been channeling Imelda when I put these together. I love it so much too, and I just feel like it's very sweet, very nostalgic, right? Lots of possibilities for sure. You know, Stampin' Up! Knows what they're doing. They get better and better at things. When the ephemera first came out, we were all like, I don't know, I like to stamp, blah, blah, blah. But now they're doing a really good job of incorporating stamping with the ephemera, right? And now that they are more and more into scrapbooking, I feel like all of this just makes sense, right? Use what you want. You don't have to use the ephemera, right? You can not use it. I'm just showing you today really how cute cards can be. Okay, I'm going to center that right over that house right there. And there we go. There's my little picture framed house on the front of my card. So pretty, right? Okay, then I punched out some more ephemera. Let me get my nested essential die kind of put away here before I lose it. There we go. Okay, now the ephemera I picked out, I showed you before, is this sweet little squirrel getting ready to go to the garden. I have this strawberries right here. They're going to go right up here in the upper left corner, right like that. So I'm going to attach this. I'm going to attach the bottom with a dimensional and the top of him with flat glue because he's going to attach to that frame right there. Maybe I do need to zoom in a little bit. What do you guys think? There we go. That's a little bit better, right? So I'm putting this little fella right here in this corner. So fun. And next I've got just a 1/2 inch piece of basic beige here. And on this piece it's going to say Happy Spring. And trying to decide what color I used. I think I used pecan pie on that. I'm not seeing my original sample right here. I just don't know how that happens, you guys. How do I lose things that I just had in my hand? Tell me I'm not the only one out there that does that. Okay, so Happy Spring. I think that could have been a little straighter, so we're going to try that again. There we go. Like that a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to cut this off about even on both sides. And I am going to take my ribbon. Let me flip it over to the wonky side. I'm going to add some Seal Plus to the back here. And I'm taking my ribbon and I'm doing something differently than I did on my original. But I'm going to just kind of weave, like add some little pleats to it. I think it'll give it a little more interest here. We can decide what we like best, but I bet we're going to like these little pleats. And I'm going to grab some tear and tape, kind of hold all of that into place. Isn't it cute? I know, it's almost like they thought of that, Kathy. Those smart people at Stampin' Up, right? Which is why I get so frustrated with the China companies out there that still are, I did it on the wrong side. Am I going to care? Is it going to look cute no matter what? You know what? I think it's going to look cute no matter what, don't you? Okay. Is it worth it to do it over? Give me a vote. Do you think it's okay on the top, or should I pull it off? And I'm going to pull it off. I'm just going to pull it off here. I am. It's going to bother me, and I'm going to feel like I didn't do for you guys what I wanted to do. So let's try this end. This time we're going to put it on this end. Because Stampin' Up! Pays their awesome concept artists money, a lot of money, to create these awesome products for us, right? And then when I hear of that silly, okay, I'm going to start all over with another piece of ribbon, that silly Chinese company, and I'm not against Chinese people, I want you to know that. I am very, but you guys know who I'm talking about, selling cheap products that we designed and copyrighted, and undermining our business. It angers me, because Stampin' Up! Puts a lot of time and money and effort and pays their people to create this artwork and these concepts, and it's just wrong. That's just my opinion, and I know it's right. So there you go. You didn't know you were going to get a little lecture from me about that. Okay, that is better. I'm glad I redid that, because this allows me to give you a lecture about that company I was telling you about and do it right. That's much better, right? Okay, so I'm going to add some dimensionals here to the back of this. You know, Stampin' Up! Vets its factories to make sure that child labor isn't happening. You don't know that when you buy our products that have been stolen from other companies. So think about that. Think about if you saw someone rob a jewelry store and then they offered it to you for $10, the diamond that you know they stole, then you would be abetting that crime, right? And so that's what happens when you buy products that say they're Stampin' Up! When you know they're not. That is cute, isn't it? Do you guys like that? Okay, so I'm going to stop on all that because I know it's controversial. But just know that anytime you buy something that really belongs to another company, you are causing that company to, okay, how am I going to do this? I can't remember. I'm going to put that right there. You're undermining us. And that's not very nice. It's not very nice. Okay, there we go. What do you guys think? Okay, so that's the outside of the card. That was worth it to redo that right there, wasn't it? Okay. Thank you. Now, you know, I've had a little practice with sermons, Sue. Okay, so I'm going to take my basic white and add this little panel of strawberries here to the bottom. So cute. This is the simplest of the three, I would say. And then this little squirrel guy is going to be swinging from the edge here. So cute, right? And I even thought I would put him on dimensionals, even though he's on the inside of the card. See if I can put yep. Here we go. Well, GM, the problem is there are no companies in the U.S. that do that. And so I hear what you're saying, but it's not just dies. It's all of our products. And even our products that we make in the U.S., they don't care. We make all of our stamps and paper here in the United States, and they steal that too. So it's not just that. It's they steal everything. They're just a bunch of stealers. Okay, so here we go. What do you think? Do you like this card? Is that super cute? I love it. So that is card number 1. I'm going to put that over here to the side. And we are going to start on our second card. That's true. And a lot of those companies have gone out of business, right, Roz? So it's hurtful. And to like even manufacturing, I had a friend whose husband worked for a company that made nuts and bolts and screws and stuff like that. And they're doing it to them too. So it's not just us, I know, but it affects me in that way. So, okay, so here's our next little card. Isn't this sweet? And it's going to open like this, and it's going to say, "Welcome, little one," on the inside. I love that one too. So let me put this right here on my computer so I know where it's at. We're starting with a piece of old olive cardstock that is cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm scoring it in 2 places, 2 1/8 and 4 1/2. And so I'm going to fold it in half, bone fold that, fold really well there, and then I'm going to fold this back and do the same again. Like that. Okay, now I've got that garden DSP, and I've cut 3 panels, and I cut it so what I did is I started with a piece that was 8 inches by 5 1/4. Do you see how this all kind of makes a picture? And then on this panel, I cut 2 inches off and 2 inches off. That way, when I put it inside and I open it up, it's going to look like a seamless kind of picture going across across my panel here. Okay. So I am using that garden paper. It's the back side of this wild wheat kind of, what do I want to say, wallpaper paper. So there we go. This is going to go right here. So fun. And then make sure I'm picking up the right panel. Yep, that one is going to go right next to it on that flap, inside of the flap. Okay, right here. There we go. And this one is going to go on the front flap. Here we go, right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the inside of the card. I have 2 panels that are 3 by 4 in Calypso Coral. Oh, what happened to my hands? Can you guys not see my hands? Okay, here, let's fix that. I don't know what happened there, but whoop. There we go. We're back. I have no idea what happened there. So, I've never had that happen before. Okay, so we're back. We're back. So, I don't know where I lost you, but that garden paper, 4 inches by 5 1/4 here, 2 inches by 5 1/4 there, 2 inches by 5 1/4 there, and I cut it so that, look, it kind of looks a little seamless on that background design, right? Okay, so this panel and this panel are both Calypso Coral cut 3 by 4, 3 inches by 4 inches. This one is going to get centered right here on the inside of my card base. Okay, right like that. There we go. And then I have a piece of basic beige. This is cut 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to stamp on this Welcome Little One in Old Olive ink. It is very cute paper, Sue. I love it. Oop. Gonna go right there. Welcome Little One. And then I picked these flowers out of the ephemera, the printed die cuts that come with this paper, and I'm gonna adhere it right into the corner right here. This is gonna get adhered on top of this right there. Okay? There we go. All right, now let me fold this down because everything else is going to go on this top panel right here. So I have a piece of pecan pie that I cut 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, and this Calypso coral that I ran through with the tiles, textured tiles, embossing folder. Hi, Sherry Chapman. Thanks for coming. I hope you can see my hands now. Makes it a lot easier to show you what I'm doing when the camera is showing my hands, right? Okay, so I'm putting some Seal Plus on there, and then I'm adding this panel that is embossed with that textured tile embossing folder right there. Okay, now I have this frame. How pretty is this? This filigree frame. And I punched this out of, die cut it out of boho blue, okay? And then I die cut it again out of basic beige, but all I cared about was that center. It's gonna go right inside the center of that, okay? So I'm gonna add some liquid glue to this frame. I'm going to add some dots around the outside edges here. I've been putting the link to these bottles. I do not make any money from that, but people have kept asking me because they've seen me use them a lot. So I just want to let you know where I got them, okay? All right, so here's my filigree frame, and it's going to go, right like that. I don't know if you can hear poor Rory outside. She's very sad that I'm making her go in the backyard on this beautiful day where it's 55 degrees. She just does not like being by herself at all. Okay, so now I'm adding glue to the back side of that basic beige. I'm going to put that right there. On the inside, it just fits perfectly. And then I'm going to grab a block and just hold that down there for just a second. And as that is all gelling, I picked a duck, a mama duck and a baby duck here from my ephemera. So sweet, right? So they are going to go right on top of this frame. I'm going to start with my mama duck and some dimensionals. So, you know, you can also stamp a lot of these creatures. Like you'll see me do on my last card. I decided one card should be stamped. But man, this ephemera sure makes it easy. If I was going to a baby shower and I needed a quick and easy card, I would definitely shoot for the ephemera in this pack because it's just so easy, right? To just stick that right on, and they still know you made it for them, right? Here we go. This is going to go right here next to Mama Duck, and I'm going to add a bow at the top with my petal pink beautiful ribbon. I'm going to tie a loop, hold it with 2 fingers here, go around to the left and punch it in the hole and pull. That's all there is to a single bow right there. you can watch that again if you want that tutorial. I actually last year during my Facebook Live did a whole Facebook Live on how to tie different kinds of bows. It's still there. So if for some reason I get sick or something comes up, maybe I'll just post that video again for you guys, because I get asked about that all the time. Because I make perfect bows. I don't have a lot of talents in my life, but bow making is definitely one of them. And watch, my next bow I make is going to be a disaster. That's what I get for bragging. But I believe it's a gift God gave me. So, all right, I'm using it. There we go. So there's my bow at the very top of that. I'm going to add some of these gems. I'm going to put, you can put them wherever you want, really. But I decided to put a large one right here. I can put a medium-sized one over here and a small one down here. Cute, 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 isn't it? How fun. This is called Storybook Moments, Mary. And it's going to be my online card class to go for this whole week. So there we go. I'm kind of frustrated that that flower's showing a little bit. So let me see. It shouldn't matter, but I'm going to move it over just a tad. There we go. This is going to go on top right here, but all I want is dimensionals right on this side right here, which is this side right here. So I'm going to add some dimensionals there. At the beginning of this video, Mary, I show you exactly what pages it's on. So go back to the beginning of this after I finish, and you can see everything. There's actually a whole nother stamp set and dies in this suite. That worked out well to use that little strip there, didn't it? Okay, and then we can use this strip right there. There we go. This is just the edges. Thanks, Sherry. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you buy the entire suite, it comes with 2 bundles, 2 packs of paper, ribbon, and embellishments. How cute is this? I love this card. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Otherwise, say, Judy, shut up. We get it. You like it. So here is card number 2. Welcome, little one. I love that one. Okay, card number 3 is a little bit more involved. Those 2 weren't so bad, right? Okay, so let me pull all my cards where I want them here so I can find them afterwards. I have lots of blends here for this next card because I decided to stamp these bunnies. And and when you stamp them and color them, this suite has a lot of colors in it. So here's our last card. It says, "Some bunny loves you." We got Papa Bunny and Little Bunny in the garden. They're collecting their cabbage and their radishes and their carrots. So how cute is that? I hope you guys love this. Okay, so I'm starting off with a piece of cardstock that is petal pink, 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to grab my bone folder and get a good fold on that. Okay, I took a panel of DSP and I'm using this Timeless Plaids, the one that has more petal pink in it, and Cajun Craze, a little basic beige, and it was this size. So it was 4.5, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, 5.5 by 4 1/4. It went the whole front of the card, 5.5 by 4 1/4, but then I cut it at 1.5 on the bottom edge. Okay, so this top piece is going to go on the top right here, flush with the top of the card. right like that. I might have to trim a few little edges off, but here we go. I'm going to go around these edges. There we go. I'm going to shimmy it up here. The good thing about liquid glue, right, is it gives you wiggle room, which you definitely need when you're trying to make something flush with the edges, right? So here we go, pushing this up, getting everything flush. There we go. Then I'm flipping this over, and this is going to go on the bottom edge. Okay, right like that. Now, if you happen to have, for some reason, a gap between these two, it's going to be okay because I'll show you we're going to cover that up, okay? So now I'm going to put glue right here on this bottom part. There we go. Timeless Plaid. Thank you, Kathy. You're taking Chelsea's place today. I so appreciate that. That is always very helpful. Okay, so I'm flipping it over, and that's going to be on the bottom edge. Now, I'm going to open this up, look at my edges. You know, it's not so bad, but I'm going to shimmy a little bit off right here. And a little bit off on this side. Okay, there we go. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. All right, then I have a piece of Cajun Craze that is 1 inch. Oh my goodness, why does it keep doing that? Let's try this again. I don't know why it keeps timing out like that. There we go. I'm not touching my camera at all, so I'm not really sure why that's happening. Okay. Here we go. This is a piece. So I put the plaid at the top, flipped it over, put the check that was on the back on the bottom. And then this piece is 1 inch by 5.5 inches. And I embossed it with that same textured tile embossing folder. Okay. So that is going to go right across there and kind of cover that seam where the two papers come together, okay? All right. It's gonna go right here, side to side, right like that. Awesome. Might need to shimmy it a little straighter here. There we go. Covering up the seam where those two papers come together. I'm going to snip a little bit off this edge right here. There we go. And that basically is our card front right there, okay? Now, I have a piece of Cajun Craze, and on this piece of Cajun Craze, this piece of basic beige is going to go on the inside, but I am going to do all the coloring on this first. So there is quite a bit of blending and coloring on this one. So you might have to be a little patient with me. I decided it was worthwhile for you to actually see my coloring this time. So here is the garden panel. It's going to go right on this side over here like that. And then this is the rock path stamp, using Memento Black on both of these. And I'm going to shimmy it right up to that garden and stamp it right on that side right there. Okay, I'm going to color this panel and then I'll do my bunnies. So this panel, I'm going to start with some light smoky slate, and I'm going to do this stone going around my little bushes here. me see how close I am. Would it do good to go just a tiny bit closer? There we go. Might need to focus back out here in a little bit. So I'm doing this whole rock formation, this rock wall, rock path, in light, smoky slate. I'm going to grab my brush end here, make it go a little bit faster. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to put that away. I'm going to grab my old olives. Okay. My cards are wanting to flail everywhere, so I'm going to move those over here. I'm starting with my light. There we go. And then each of my little carrot toppers here is going to be old olive as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of those while I have this pin out. I had a lot of fun creating this card. It's fun to color the images. It takes a little more time than using the ephemera, right? But that's all right. I'm going to grab my pumpkin pie dark and color in my carrots here. So cute. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my pebbled path, light pecan pie, light and dark. I think this is pretty much what I used. Yep. So I'm going to take my light pebbled path and I'm going around all my little garden area here. There we go. Cute. I might add a little dark where these, give a little interest where those rocky, more rocky areas look there. Okay. Grab my dark old olive, add a little shading to my bushes here. Right at the top where they hit those carrots. There we go. Okay, at the top of this, I'm going to grab my Lost Lagoon ink, and I'm going to shade, yes, it was pecan pie, Sue. Thank you, Kathy. I'm using Lost Lagoon ink, and I'm going to brush that on to the top of my panel, give a little sky to the background on my basic beige panel here. Cute, huh? All right, now this is going to get adhered to this panel right here. It's going to frame it just a little bit right there, okay? I might need to cut just a hair off. Let's see. I'm going to cut just a tiny little sliver off one side here, so it'll fit inside that frame just a tiny bit better. There we go. It's a sliver too long. All right, so I'm going to add glue to the back of this. It's going to go right here. And then this is going to get popped up right here in the center of my card with some dimensionals, okay? I'm going to stamp two bunnies. One is Baby Bunny carrying a radish that he's very proud of, and Papa Bunny carrying some cabbage. Okay. Right, like that. So we're getting there. Now all we have to do is stamp our bunnies, color them. Thank you, Sue. You're so encouraging. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to do a little trick like I did the other day with my seagulls. I'm going to stamp Papa Bunny. There we go. And I'm going to stamp my Baby Bunny. There we go. All right. Now for coloring. Both of their outfits are going to be Lost Lagoon light. Okay, so I'm going to start with Papa's jeans here. I'm calling them jeans. Trousers, perhaps. I feel like this really kind of looks like the colors that Beatrice Potter used in a lot of her storybooks. Okay, so I'm doing his little jacket. So my littles are in Disney World this week. That was their Christmas present from their parents. And I've been getting so much joy from watching them. All the pictures they've been sending us. There we go. I'm going to add a little. I'm still using the light, but I'm just adding a little more to areas that I want it. Okay, so there we go. For my bunnies, I am using ivory. No, I lied. I'm using SU 800. SU 800 is one of our flesh colors. So I'm just going to color in both bunnies' bodies with this SU 800. Kind of a vanilla-y. And I could have gotten really detailed on these bunnies, but I'm already using a ton of colors, so I decided to keep it a little more simple. There's Baby Bunny. Papa Bunny over here is going to have, there are lots of art colors that these bunnies, you could have done color them in crumb cake. There's lots of the kind of more fleshy colors that you could have used. This was just my choice. And one is not any more right than another. Bunnies come in lots of different colors, right? Okay, there we go. Ah, darn it, you guys, I have no idea why that is happening. So let's go back. I do not know. Here, let me grab, maybe if I plug it in, it will feel like it's getting more power here. So give me just a second. Jeez Louise. Because I want to make sure that you see me coloring this, right? It's been one of those days, as you can tell. Overalls, yes, could be called overalls. So give me a second. It's thinking about it. There we go. I feel like it should say, you know, something's not right or something instead of just disappearing on me. It says it's got plenty of power, so I'm not sure. So hopefully this will work. There we go. Okay, so I hope you saw me color those parts, okay? I'm going to grab my Pretty in Pink light, And I'm doing the inside of Papa's ears, the fleshy part there, inside of Baby Bunny's ears, and the bottom of this foot right here. I decided to add a little pink to that. There we go. Now all I have to do is the cabbage. I start with light. There we go. The top of my radishes here. And I'm going to add just a touch of dark on there. And then color it in again with my light and kind of blend that all in together. All right, there we go. Last thing, the radish needs a little red in it. So I'm using cherry cobbler for the radish bulb here. Cute. I like that. Okay, now luckily we have dies for these. So here is my cute little bunny die. Right like that. And here is my Papa die with the, I bet that this is how it looks when it's, yes. And they do it very stealthily, right? They're like, we're going to eat the garden and you're not going to be able to see me. We had a rabbit problem at our house in Lincoln, Nebraska when we first moved in. And literally the rabbits were not afraid of us at all. They would walk up. There was a whole slew of them underneath our deck. And they would walk right up to me. I need to open a brand new package. My last package of Post-it note tape literally lasted, you guys, like 3 years. It lasts forever. And I use it for classes and the whole shebang. So it really does last a very long time. So I just ordered a new roll from Amazon here. Okay, so I'm going to lay these where they need to be. You know what? There's one more thing I want to do. I almost forgot. So remember how I did the other day where I shaded around the edge of these guys so that they would blend into their background a little bit. So this side of Baby Bunny is going to be more on the dirt. Okay, so I'm just doing that side of him on the dirt. The other side of him is going to be on the rock area. So I want to get my smoky slate pen here. There it is. I'm going to do this side of him with smoky slate. Okay, right? That'll make sense in just a minute. And then around his whole body is going to be this Lost Lagoon. And you guys are thinking that is really weird. Well, it's going to make a lot more sense when you're not seeing that white around their body when you die cut them. Okay, so right like that. So I can put the die on here now and tape that down. And then Big Bunny is going to be gray along the bottom where his little feet are, because he's going to be standing on the rocks. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with him. I'm going to take my Lost Lagoon and go around the top of his body here. Around the cabbage and back right like that. Okay. Baby's right hand. Funny Sue. There we go. He's probably tucking in with his left hand some vegetables into his coat, right? So you can't see them. Okay, there we go. So here we go. I'm going to run this through. And we're very close to being done. So look now that I've die cut that, do you see how the white doesn't show around the edge? And so when I put him on here, he just blends better into the background, doesn't he? Same with baby here. She's going to go right here. So this side was gray, this side was brown. You don't get that edge. You just get baby saying, look, I have a radish. And it's not distracting by the white around the edges. Getting to where I really love that technique. Something I had forgotten about. Yes, bedtime's out. Anyway, I didn't get finished. In Lincoln, Nebraska, they would come right in front of me and eat I planted a whole perennial garden one night, and literally 2 days later, it was nothing. There was nothing left. It was like they were like, party at the Tuttle's garden, and all the rabbits from the whole neighborhood came to our house and ate our stuff. So anyway, my cousin, who's a landscaper, I asked him, I said, what should I do? These rabbits are just driving me bonkers. And he said, there's only 2 ways to kill rabbits. One is a shotgun, which I definitely wasn't going to do. And he said the other is a cat. So that's when we got Phoebe the cat from our friends who owned Marcia Pryor's, one of my downline, but we got Phoebe the cat in the year 2000, maybe 2001, when we moved into our house in Lincoln, and she lived for 21 years. She was the best mouser and rabbit finder in the whole world, and it was just, she was amazing. She was an amazing cat. So we did not have problems with rabbits again until she got too old to hunt them. She lived to be 21 years old. Can you believe that? Crazy. Okay, so I just made a faux bow out of that pink ribbon. I just looped it, and I'm going to twist and lay it right here in this corner. There we go. Cute. Might pull it just a tiny bit smaller on both sides. Okay, there we go. Cut some edges off here, and then last but not least, we're gonna put a sentiment at the top of this. I have a piece of basic beige right here. This is the one I want. That is cut 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And this is going to say, some bunny loves you. I'm going to grab that Lost Lagoon ink. Get right into my camera here. There we go. So adding that plug seems to have helped a little bit, right? Put dimensionals on either end of this. I'm almost done. Just gonna go right there. Some bunny loves you. Cute, right? Do you guys like that? Is that fun? I'm gonna add a little gem right there to that side. A little pearl. And then on the inside, I'm going to grab this plaid paper again. I'm going to cut it down to 1.5 1.5 by Let me zoom out a little bit here. There we go. 1.5 by 5.25. There we go. It's going to go on the bottom edge of this basic white right here. Get glued inside. I need to cut this panel down just a touch, even that side out there. And then I'm just going to lay this on the inside. I could decorate it more, I could add ephemera, lots of options to the inside of this card, but I feel like this is a very sweet card here. All right, here we go. So cute. Do you guys love it? I love it. Do you have trouble cutting basic beige, even with, I don't seem to, Sue. I haven't noticed that I have that problem. Now that you've said it, I'll pay more attention to it, but I'm not sure that I have. So here are the cards that we made today with our Storybook Moments Suite class. Let me grab things out of the way here. Fun. Do you guys love it? I hope you love it as much as I do. Come back tomorrow. I'll be here at 10 a.m. for a another fun fold using this suite. My goal is 10 a.m. tomorrow. You know, best laid plans, but sometimes things just don't work out. So thanks for your patience today with coming just a little bit later than normal. Hi, yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining me again from Oregon. Aloha to you. I hope you love the colors. I hope I didn't miss some of you, and yeah, said hi to Sherry. Thanks to all of you. Hi, Michelle. Oh no, I hope your eyes get better. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you love these cards, and like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. with another fun fold, and then on Wednesday, I'm not sure. I start my first subbing experience on Wednesday afternoon. I don't know if you guys heard that I'm going to start subbing a little bit at a private school up the road here. So I have a gig on Wednesday afternoon. So I'm guessing it'll be Wednesday after that I will do my Facebook Live. But anyway, let me get back to my face here. Be sure to send me hugs and love and likes and shares and all of that. That really helps my business a lot. Please think about shopping with me at mytuddleupshop.com right there. If you use this host code this week, then you get this week's Storybook Moments online class to go for free. If you spend $60, you get those pearls thrown in. Now remember, you have to have your own Storybook Moments paper because I don't have enough ephemera for everybody who wants to take this, so be sure to add that to your cart, okay? I can cut the DSP, but I can't provide the ephemera for everybody who wants it. So God bless. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.